Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio. EB Radio. EB Radio. Your station for empowerment presents Mom Boss Talk Radio, a show that brings real life, real moms, and real experiences to empower mom bosses everywhere to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. Mom Boss Talk Radio begins now.
Good evening and welcome, Mom Bosses all over the world. It's another amazing Thursday, and y'all know what that means. That means it's time for another great discussion with the Mom Bosses. Like we say every single week, we are super excited that you're joining us. This show is 3 Mom Bosses bringing you real life, real experiences to empower you as a mom boss. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jerisha, and I am joined by 2 of my amazing co-hosts, Manya and Kiana. Ladies,
hey.
Come on in.
Hey, oh my goodness. This month has been amazing as far as celebrating women in this beautiful history month, okay? But don't get it twisted. We're celebrating every day, okay? It's Women's Day every day. But we're going to end this month by talking about successes, our own journeys, because we see all these beautiful women out here in the world being successful and, living their dreams, and it's always inspirational. But it's time for the people to hear from us, okay, and see what we're doing on our day-to-day. Now, a year ago, 2 years ago has been crazy, and I've seen so much growth in my, business life, personal life. I've really dove into a meditative state, getting myself together, clear mind, okay? I've been able to get a lot of opportunities. Thanks to Jerisha, I'm going to, Women's History Month, I'm going to give credit where credit is due, okay? This woman is amazing.
Yes.
She's a genius, okay? So that's where I'm going to go. And I definitely appreciate everything that she has done for me and just getting the best out of me. I think that was the biggest, turning point for me is, having somebody on my side see my potential and for me to see it for myself. And, Jerisha is a businesswoman, y'all, okay? You know all the things that she does, and I am highly inspired by what she does. And, hey, sometimes I emulate, okay? Sometimes I see, I'm like, okay, she's doing this. She makes moves. I'm going to make moves too. So let me just see what she's doing, because she's like one of the best people I know. So, I'm shouting you out, Jerisha. What about you, ladies?
Thank you. My goodness. Can I just say something real quick? Because I had no idea she was going to say that. We literally, we have a conversation for everyone that's out there listening. We have a conversation about, of course, what we're going to talk about for each show. And I had no idea. I definitely, I wish y'all could see me, because I'm over here like, oh, my God. I appreciate your words. I love empowering. And that's both of you. I think both of you are absolutely amazing. And so I just say ditto to both of you, because I feel like we all bring some amazing things to the table. And I get excited to celebrate and just really reflect on our own journeys, even through our show, Mom Boss. It's so amazing, and I'm truly in awe, and just to see the growth in all of us. So, I'm gonna put it right back on both of you ladies to say, you both are amazing. Honestly, when I think about just mom bosses and just everything that this show stands for, I couldn't even imagine being, a part of this show with with any other ladies besides you two. So I'm just really excited and just happy to be able to celebrate. So I say thank you in what you shared, and just happy to celebrate, both of you. I think that honestly, like over the course of the couple of years, the months and everything, like there's been so much growth in all of us. And if I can say one thing, I feel like each of us empower each other. So I think that, we are very connected and, we talk sometimes more than, it's not just for the show. Outside of the show, we can have, conversations. We bounce ideas off of each other. We are literally, we support each other. And I love that because I really feel like as we close out just talking about Women's History Month, that's what it's all about. It is the power of women. And it's not just the power of women, but it's us coming together to show the world that we are unstoppable together. And so I'm really excited for, just to celebrate with each of you ladies. I'm excited for the journey ahead for this show and some other things that we're doing. I just, I get super excited, and I really feel like this is a good show to kind of end the month on, just to celebrate and share our journey and growth. So it's just truly been, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. Yeah. Kiana, I'll let you go ahead and chime in on anything that you would like to share before I even jump or say anything else that about anything.
Well, it's so funny because, like you said, of course we have our pre-show discussions, but we never really know where the show's going to go. This is as raw and uncut and as it gets. And it's funny just even listening to the two of you. Here I was ready to start praising Monyetta, start praising you, and I'm like, this is a show about us, and there's nothing wrong with it, and we've all played a big part in each other's journey, especially, over the last couple months. And, so, and it's nothing wrong with us celebrating each other because, as you both have said, on an individual level, on business level, on the show level, we all empower each other and encourage and inspire each other on so many different levels that, are known and unknown, spoken and unspoken. And so I definitely, again, agree with you that, this is a awesome show to, end Women's History Month on, because it is important to give our flowers and to, take that time to, show that appreciation to each other, because sometimes, not that, we don't know how we impact each other's lives and other people's lives, but it's always nice to hear. And, as Monyetta said, Jerusha, I do thank you for putting this platform together for us. And, I know Monyetta can relate. You have pulled both of us out of our comfort zone beyond measure. And and I will give Monyetta the credit. I definitely appreciate you always. You're like, I'm just going to do it. And I'm like, yes, you do it. And then I'm like, well, Monyetta did it. You can do it too. So, I do appreciate, that you take that, that you go for it sometimes when I'm still kind of like, I don't know. But then I see you do it. And, we always see the amazing things Jerusha does. So, that's, easy to say, oh, yeah. But, Monyetta, again, just even over the time since we've been doing this show, I've just seen you come out of your shell. And I appreciate, what you bring to our show as far as, especially on a mental health level, in regards to me always looking at mindfulness. And so, I just, and then, when Jerusha, she's always right there to empower us to do more and inspire more, not just for us, but our listeners and, anyone that's connected to her. So, I just, again, appreciate both of you ladies, because I'm doing things I never thought I would never think I would be doing a podcast. I could have bet somebody a year or two ago, like, I'm not doing that, but again, just through this journey and through my path and, that I've chosen to take, I don't say no. I say yes, because I know yes is always going to lead to something bigger and better when that opportunity is presenting itself, regardless if I know what it is in the here and now. Go for it, because I know what no is going to do. It's going to keep me stagnant and in the same place that I was yesterday. And so, I appreciate both of you ladies for, our show, your time, and the effort that we put into the thoughtfulness and mindfulness of the topics that we bring to our listeners. And as you mentioned, Jerisha, just seeing what how much the show is growing, how many followers and listeners, and when we're seeing this every month and it's continuing to grow, it feels good for all of us, to know that, people are listening, that they're we're making a difference and an impact on not just ourselves but others too.
Yeah,
I love that.
I think that's a, when you're saying making an impact, I was just thinking that, like, what we do has helped so many mothers across the world. And that does something for me personally, because that's an achievement of mine. We're talking about, something that we discovered about ourselves within, the couple years that we've been doing this. And it's to the point where I get a drive just to know that I'm helping at least one person. And, listeners, if you're wondering, they're highlighting each other. Yes, because I believe in giving flowers while people are still here. Okay, appreciating the women in your life that makes a difference, that can change your life for the better. So I'm going to always talk highly of these women, to the end of the world, because you two definitely have made a huge impact, business-wise, personally. We have a great connection. So it's like the world needs to know that, I don't want to, for me, it's always, with the mental health aspect, it's like, let people know that you love them and that you care about them, because that's a highlight of people's days and lives, when even if it's just you, you don't know your positivity can change somebody's life. Just saying, something, I appreciate you. You are great. So that's why we're doing this. Okay, and we appreciate everyone who is listening. Just know that we do this show with everyone in mind, okay, of what we can do to help anybody who listens. Okay, even if it's just a little bit, if you get some type of message out of it, I feel like we're doing a great thing. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's so good. That's so good. Both of you have said some amazing things. And it's like, when you think about the journey that we have been on, although we come on and we do this show, it's not for ourselves, but we pull so much out of it for ourselves. But we really want to empower you all. But we need you guys to understand that we are on the same journey with y'all. So as you guys are growing, we are all experiencing those growing pains, if you will. So, having to step out of our comfort zone, and that's all of us, no matter where you're at in your journey. We all experience having to step out of that comfort zone. And I just think that during this month, while we're celebrating women, and as Black women, I just, like y'all said, we want to give each other their flowers. And at the same time, I thought it was so funny because we all talked about, we're going to talk about our journey and celebrating our journey. And then immediately when we got home, we started celebrating each other. So I love that, because it just goes to show how much we appreciate. Sometimes it's hard for us as women to really celebrate ourselves. And so I want to bring that to full circle, because I think that each of you ladies, you're amazing, but I think it's so important for us to even say to all of the women that are listening that make sure you take the time to celebrate you. So, yes, we are celebrating, Women's History Month and the accomplishments and the women that influence us, inspire us, encourage us, motivate us. But at the same time, we need to take time to celebrate ourselves as women and who we are, our journeys, where we've come from, because as each of us have said, this evening, that I know that we've shared a little bit of our stories, but from just the time from when we launched this show, there's been so much growth. And I'm not just talking about growth in numbers as far as, those that are tuning in, and from the podcast, from the radio side, but just the growth in each other, the growth in our connection with each other, the growth in being so willing to step outside of our comfort zone. So I want to put this little plug out there really quickly, because if you are listening right now and you have said, you know what, I would absolutely love to launch or start a podcast one day, do it. Don't drag your feet. Do it. You never know until you jump in. And so I'm so happy that, 2 years ago, most of these ladies said, yes, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump out of my comfort zone. I'm going to build my wings. I'm going to jump and build my wings on the way down. And we have all grown through the process. So I wanted to say that because I just felt like, as we just celebrate, we have to remember to celebrate ourselves. And I also want to say this, too, because, we talked about the power of women and really us coming together and us being unstoppable. At the same time, I'm just saying, this is a time that I absolutely love being a woman, okay? Yep. I love being a woman, and not just because we're celebrating women, but I'm just saying because I feel like as a woman, we bring so many different things to the table. The fact that we're strong, the fact that we are, my goodness, just the influence we have, we're nurturers. I mean, we bring so much to the table as women. And if we can be completely honest, because all three of us are Black women, so we bring so much to the table as Black women. And each and every one of us has influence. We have influence in the people that we connect with all of you all that are listening and tuning in every single week. We have influence, and I'm sure that when we first started this journey that we didn't even realize who would be tuning in, how many people would be, listening and coming back to hear us from week to week. So we just appreciate each and every one of you that listens. We appreciate all the women, even the men, if you're tuning in. We appreciate you as well. So I just wanted to throw that out there because, again, I feel like we are unstoppable. We can't and we won't be stopped, okay?
Exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I have one thing, if you could, in one word, describe where you're at right now, what would that word be? I think for me, as of in my journey, in my stage, I feel like I am in a stage of being multifaceted. I did not realize all of the things I was capable of doing, because I've always multitasked. I've always been good at that, but to be multifaceted, that's a whole nother ballpark. It's I'm able to switch to the things that I need to switch to, and with a clear mind, and get work done in all aspects of my life. So what about you, Kiana? What word would you describe yourself?
That's good.
That's interesting. Wow. Where I'm at right now in my journey, it's just, it's so many things going on. And, when Jerisha was talking about us celebrating ourselves, again, as women, it's always about, the majority of time, it's always about everybody else. And we don't think about ourselves and our wins and what we're personally doing, or taking the time out to even, take note of that. We do so many things throughout a day. We wear so many hats. And so it's it becomes this routine. And it's we're not doing anything special. And we overlook it and we downplay it a lot of the time because this is part of our routine. This is what we do as women. We do all these things. And so, when she was saying that, it really did make me start thinking oh, wow, I not that I don't know I've changed over the last year, and I've definitely taken notice, and that's just through the growth and what I'm getting, the things that are coming or that I'm stepping into now. And, so I can't think of a word right this second, but I do feel like I'm definitely a butterfly coming out of her cocoon ready to fly. There's nothing, it's springtime, it's a new season, it's my season, and I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. I receive everything that's coming my way. And, I don't remember how the quote went, but basically, it said something along the lines of, when a bird first learns how to fly, it doesn't wonder how it's going to do it. It just does it. And, that's where I'm at. I'm just doing it. I'm not worrying about the who, what, when, how, why. Just do it. I know that's Nike's slogan, but I'm just saying, but but that's where I'm at, though. Right. But that's where I'm at. I don't have, because at the end of the day, I've never failed myself, by doing what I need to do. And, I'm not going to start now. So just get out here, regardless of I know how, all the details, it's my time, and I'm here to show up, and I'm ready for it. So.
I love
What about
it.
you,
That's
Jerisha?
So
Thank
I
you.
love it. Okay, let me just say I love everything that both of you have said. And that's such a good question to ask, like, what's that one word? And the one thing that came to mind, so I'm going to go with the first thing that came to mind. And again, going back to not just speaking on myself, but speaking about both of you ladies as well. And so that is phenomenal. And I have to quote the late Maya Angelou, in phenomenal woman, because I feel like we all are phenomenal women. And so the actual, the words that go with phenomenal woman is pretty woman, wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. And so I feel like each and every one of us are phenomenal. I am phenomenal because of who I am as a mom. I'm phenomenal because, just again, who I am as a woman. And each of you both, Mayetta and Kiana, and the women that are listening, you are phenomenal because we are all about being passionate about our businesses, passionate about our purpose. We are kind, we're understanding, we are strong, and that is mentally and emotionally. And so I just feel like we are unstoppable, and we said that throughout this evening. And so when I think about where I am in my journey, I truly say, yes, I feel like I'm a phenomenal woman, and I feel like each and every one of you are phenomenal women. And to me, that means I am unstoppable. I will let nothing or anyone, no one stop me. I am in execution mode, and that's where I'm at, and that's how I feel. I feel because I'm there, I empower others to join me. And so that's where we have been on this journey together. So I'm so excited. I'm in awe because this is I think it's so amazing. And it's so amazing, too, because we get to celebrate each other.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting. So before we close out, is there anything you two ladies would want to add?
Yes, I would like to say, we are women showing up and showing out. Let's continue to do that. Okay, let's show them who we are. Never belittle yourself. Okay, always stand with your head held high, and let's keep doing what we're doing. Also, make sure you go into our Facebook. I highlight all of the accomplishments of the beautiful women in our group. So if you want to be a part of that and get your accomplishments up there and out there so people can see what you're doing and who you are, definitely check out Facebook, Mom Boss Talk Radio. We would love for you to join. We have great conversations, post every day. So definitely join the group.
Absolutely. Anything you want to add, Kim? Go ahead.
I think the one thing I will add that, and part of that celebration, we talk about our journeys. There's no such thing as perfection on any level, in regard on a personal level, on a business level. We're always going to have, things are always going to not go as we maybe had planned. But I will say one thing with all three of us and a lot of and our listeners, don't give up. We didn't give up. You learn from it, the lesson, and keep moving forward. Just because something doesn't maybe work out the way you think it should, or, you thought it would, that doesn't mean that it's not for you or that you failed. Just take a different approach and, get back on the ball and keep moving because, like Drisha said, we're all phenomenal women. We're all doing, amazing things on in our different journeys, and it's not a competition. We're all here to support each other, and wherever you are in that journey. And so just keep going.
Just keep pushing forward. That's so good. That's so good. So good. So in honor of Women's History Month, we simply say again, we give each and every one of you your flowers. We give each other our flowers. We celebrate every last one of you, not just today, this month, but always. We celebrate your ambition, your strength, your courage. We celebrate you, and we're so happy that you tuned in to the show this evening. We are Mom Bosses on a mission to empower moms all over the world. Mom Bosses, remember to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless, because you are making moves, and you got this. Until next time, stay safe and be blessed.
Thank you for joining us on Mom Boss Talk Radio. Follow each of the Mom Bosses on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love Mom Boss Radio, visit the website at www.envisionedbroadcasting.com. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.